my name is Laura. Nice to meet you, Vanessa.
Nice to meet you too.
What made you come to this school?
So I applied for the NALCAP program, which is why I'm here, and I actually was only allowed to select the autonomous community. So I chose Andalusia, and then they assigned me to this school. So they assigned me to Sevilla and then this school specifically. So I technically didn't choose the school, it was assigned to me. So that's why I did it here.
Yeah, but you chose Andalusia.
Yes, I chose Andalusia, and so I could have been anywhere in Andalusia. I could have been in Malaga, I could have been in Huelva, because that's how the program works. They don't let us choose specifically, like we can put our preference, but technically they only allow us to choose the autonomous community, and then we get placed wherever they need us. If that makes sense, because there's a lot of people who apply.
So you got lucky.
Yeah, I got really lucky. I love Sevilla.
Are you studying a career or something?
I graduated college in 2016, so I graduated a little while ago with a degree in nutrition. But whenever I graduated, I knew that I didn't want to continue to do nutrition because it wasn't my passion. I really like to travel, so I just got a job in the US. I lived in Texas, so I was working at an auto auction, which is a completely random job. So I didn't continue anything to do with nutrition. And the question was, are you studying a career? So yeah, I did already finish my career, but as of right now, I'm not like studying anything more.
What future plans do you have?
So like I mentioned, I really like to travel, so I plan to live in like different places, and I create content online. So I create social media content on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. So that's what I like to do. I like to share like my travels. So ideally I would love to be like a travel content creator or like an influencer and do that and just travel. Like show people my travels and give like travel advice and that kind of thing. And also what I'm really like focused on right now is showing other people from the US how they can come to Spain and live here as well. Because a lot of people from the US want to live in Europe, but they don't know how. Because a lot of programs like this aren't as well known. Like, I didn't know about this program until I like researched how can an American live in Europe. So it's not like it's just a known thing. So I was able to find this program, and I have been sharing my experience with other people, and a lot of other people have shown interest in this program, and they're like, oh, that sounds really fun, because us being from the US, traveling is not as easy for us. Like if we want to come to Europe, it's a long flight and it's expensive. And if you live in Europe and you want to travel to other places in Europe, it's so much easier because it's cheaper and you're closer. So that's kind of what I'm like focused on at the moment.
That's awesome. Do you think you'll be here in Sevilla next year?
So although I would love to stay because I do love it here, like I mentioned, I really want to like live in different places and share what that's like. So I do really want to live in Mallorca next because I think that would be like really fun, and I know that I could always come back to Sevilla later on. But as of right now, for next year, I really want to live in Mallorca. I just feel like that would be so much fun.
What do you usually do in your free time?
I work on content all day, so I'm constantly editing photos or videos because I do YouTube, so I like edit videos and stuff. I do also like to work out. I go to the gym because if I just stay at home all day and I'm editing, like I go crazy. So, and here I actually really enjoy that I'm able to like go out and walk a lot, because in the US, it's not like that. Like you cannot walk anywhere in the US unless you live like in downtown. So for me, like I really enjoy the lifestyle here. So typically what I do, like on the weekends I'll hang out with like friends and stuff, or I'll like go to dinner at like whatever random place. I like rooftop bars, so like I try to like see all the different rooftops that they have here. Or sometimes I'll even do like weekend trips because I have like have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, so that gives me enough time to be able to travel. So if I'm not editing content, I'm like out hanging out out with friends or like traveling or something like that.
What do you like the most about Texas?
This is gonna sound mean, but I didn't love living in Texas. I mean, I do love like having my friends and family there, and it's a nice place. It's not like terrible, but it's not my favorite. Like Texas is so big. It's like one of the biggest states. I don't know if it's not the biggest state in the U.S. It's Alaska, but Texas is really big. So for us to travel is just like not very doable. Also in the summer, I know here it's really hot, but like in Texas it's also hot. And there's not really like a beach nearby or anything like that. So I don't want to just say negative things about Texas because it's where I grew up. So I also lived in Mexico when I was younger, but I did grow up majority of my life in Texas. And it's kind of like when you're used to something so much, you don't like appreciate it as much. But it's a very nice city. Like I live near Dallas, and Dallas is like one of the like nicer cities, and I mean, there's a lot of fun things to do, but I think I would say that my family and friends are probably the best part about living in Texas, because otherwise I don't think I would live in Texas, like voluntarily.
Finally, what did you choose to come to Seville? What do you like the most about the city?
So like I said, they chose to bring, I guess, how do I explain it? I didn't choose, they chose it for me, the program did. So that's why I ended up here in Sevilla. What I really like is that I feel like the city's so lively. There's always like people out. There's always, people are like eating outside and stuff, and that's like really common for you guys to see here, but for me that's like so different. Because like in the US you don't really do that. Like you go inside the restaurant, there's not really like people eating out, and it's just like a sense of like, it just feels very lively, and there's just a lot of people. I like that the people are really friendly here. There's a lot of like, there's always something to do. Even if you have like nothing to do, you can just go out with your friends and have like a drink or something to eat, and it's just so easy. I also really like that I can walk everywhere here. Like I don't need a car here, and that's great. Like, not that I don't like driving, but it's so annoying, like if you need to like pick up something from the store that you forgot. Like here I could just like walk across the street and go to the store. In the US I can't do that. So I really like how here everything's so close. I can walk everywhere, and it's just so much easier. Or even just taking the bus, like it just is like little things, but it makes such a difference in like my everyday life, and I love that. Like in the US, I used to drive like 45 minutes to go to work, and that's considered normal. Or like some people drive an hour. So like imagine driving an hour is like really, really far. And here it's like you wouldn't, if you're driving an hour, you're already like you're in a different city. So, but in the US, that's like normal, I guess, unless you live in like New York, like a big city like that, where like you can just walk everywhere. But that's what I really like here is like the people, there's like always people out, it's like very lively. I don't have to drive anywhere, I can just walk everywhere, and also it's just really beautiful too.
Yeah, because here is well to the center.
Yeah, I live really close to the center, so I literally don't ever need to, the only reason I ever take the bus is to go to my other school, because I have two schools. So I have this one, and then I have Sevilla Este. So I take the bus to like go over there, but like this school I could just walk to. So, but I really like that. Like traffic is annoying in the US. Every day there's traffic and accidents and like everything. So it's so much nicer not to have to drive.
So thank you for being here today. It was great meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you. Thank you for having me.